Hello everyone! Welcome to another episode of Bible Q&A. Today we're discussing, can we make lots of money and not fall in love with it? The news is filled with stories of people who use their money and influence for bad things. Oil companies pollute our environment. Military contractors produce millions of lethal weapons. Clothing manufacturers pay children in third world countries pittances to make expensive suits and dresses. The CEOs of all these companies make billions off people suffering. That's why Paul says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10. The vast majority of the world's problems can be traced back to greed. However, will having excessive wealth inevitably lead someone to do bad things? Is it impossible to be a billionaire and serve God? Well, no, because there were many rich people in the Bible. The patriarchs and Job all became really rich because of their cattle, and Job in particular was the richest man in the known world, according to Job chapter 1 verse 3. Being a king was also a good way to get rich, and the Bible tells us that several kings, like David and Hezekiah, didn't let their large wealth corrupt them. In fact, 1 Kings chapter 4 verse 20 shows us that Solomon used his wealth to uplift his people and create a prosperous society. The reason why they could be rich and still serve God was because they realized that becoming rich didn't mean anything in the end. Solomon bought all that money could buy in Ecclesiastes chapter 2, but he didn't get any happier. This idea is common knowledge, but if people really believed in it, there wouldn't be any multinational corporations. What does matter was listed in Matthew chapter 22. "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself." Matthew chapter 22 verses 37 to 39. If you can't help God or other people, then how are you of value? What do you truly gain? Look at Achan in Joshua chapter 7. Because he took jewelry that was supposed to be destroyed from the city of Ai, dozens of Israelite soldiers and his family members were all killed. He didn't love God or his neighbor, and he didn't gain anything in the end, because he died with them. On the contrary, if we focus on these two things, then we will be given all sorts of material possessions in addition. Jesus also said, "And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life." Matthew chapter 10 verse 29. It won't matter to us if we don't have huge amounts of it right now, according to Philippians chapter 4 verses 11 to 12. Now, wealth can help us reach these two goals a bit. It's hard to serve God when you're starving, and a loan in a person's time of need could help them a lot and maybe even bring them to the faith. However, you can't actually base your love on those things, because it will be shallow and hollow, and it will eventually fizzle out. Plus, if you have to choose between your money and Jehovah, then you will choose your money, like the young rich man in Mark chapter 10 verse 22. And like another rich man in Luke chapter 12 verse 20, you won't have very much to show for it in the end. And that's where I'll stop with this Bible Q&A. Can we make lots of money and not fall in love with it? Yes, but only if we remember what's truly important, loving God and loving our neighbor. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.